The Dream Ambonia burl, man, I cannot wait for this video to come out. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
For me, this is like the wood that you and I envisioned together, something magnificent.
Yeah.
And then we made it happen. Getting the burl and making the flutes, selling the flutes, the whole process has been just fabulous. We're making one right now for Mary. It's in the shop right now.
Yeah,
and,
I see it.
And, you know, Mary's got a number of our flutes. And for me, how that feels to me, because I have a deep connection with her too, I am so excited and happy that she's getting some of that Dream Ambonia burl, because it's so special.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you came across this burl on my very first trip when we recorded the ad.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
You got the burl delivered right before my second trip when I stayed here for a month.
Yep.
So that first long trip, we made that high C sharp. We made the connection flute, the double with the foxes.
We made reflection, yeah.
So
with
all those
Brazilian
flutes
rosette,
had the Dream Amboina.
Yeah.
You still have like 1 or 2 blanks available.
Depending on the size of the flute,
Yeah.
I would willingly take an order for an F sharp or higher, maybe a low E, maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly, I before I take any more orders, too much, like one maybe we could take, I got to get all the rest of them finished first. Because I got to have those flutes in my client's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always the struggle and the priority.
Yep.
But these flutes, one thing that I'm really looking forward, because some of the series that we're gonna show from this trip is me making flutes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I'm making a video of you making a flute, I come and visit every once in a while. But when I make a video of myself, record 20 minutes here. I don't even start recording sometimes. I grab the camera, I go to a different station, I start, and you get to see. I'm gonna have to probably make time lapse, like speed up when I'm working. But there's so much, so there's a lot of steps that go into making a flute. And each step has so many steps.
Exactly right. And you have to think through the problem solving of each step.
This is where I was headed, because it's very common to mess up somehow in almost every step, and then you have to solve that.
Yep.
And in solving it come great things.
Oh.
You learn, you discover.
And you create new inlays, new designs, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I had some accidents, including with this big flute. It was finished. It was completely finished. We fixed the bottom holes. I plugged them, you reopened them and tuned them. So I went to polish that again, and I don't remember exactly why I was polishing the whole flute at this point. And it slipped the polishing wheel and
it literally
it grabbed
Pablo.
The flute.
I was actually looking at you when it happened, and I saw the flute slip off the wheel, and I thought you were going to get a bang. It was going to hit.
Yeah, because
a piece
it
of
happened.
equipment.
That's what happens usually.
You're going to get a bang, but it didn't just bang on something. It got pulled up into the nut that holds that whole contraption, and the nut started sucking the flute into it.
Yeah.
And it chewed up that big pace right here.
Yeah. And
ate the shoulders right off. Just ate the shoulders off.
I was like, no! It was done. It was great. So stuff like that happens, and it can happen when the flute is ready, is finished.
It can, absolutely. My neighbors, the Matsons, just a couple of houses up, are into the flute as well. And I had made a flute for them and was polishing it up. They were over, I can't remember what we were doing, and the wheel grabbed the flute. And you know I've got technique to avoid the wheel grabbing things away from me.
Yeah.
And it grabbed it away from me anyways. Boom! Broke the flute right in half.
No
right
way.
in front of the clients.
Oh my God. Is this a while ago?
Yeah, this was probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put it back together. They love it. They love the turquoise that I used to help with the repair, because it really did a number. So man, I know how it feels to have the machine grab something from you.
Yeah. For me, woodworking is all about that. Messing up, being frustrated, feeling like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? then thinking hard of a solution, coming up with a solution, and being like, is it gonna work? And then it's like, it's gonna work. It's gonna be amazing. It's awesome.
Dude,
and then the next day, you mess up again on something else.
I'm an idiot. I'm amazing.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm amazing.
Dude, exactly.
Back and forth.
It's like, I'm a genius for so. Oh my God, that could have not been any stupider.
Oh
that's
my
what
gosh.
it's
Yeah.
like for me.
I love it too, Pablo.
Yeah.
That whole problem solving part of it is we've been thinking and talking about different things with the business over the last little bit. One of the thoughts that I've been thinking about is that I love solving problems.
Yeah.
I love it. It engages all the great parts of me.
It's what creation is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming across problems.
Yeah.
Or obstacles or challenges.
Yeah. And what do you do with it? Because the reality
Figure
is,
it out, man.
yeah, you
And
figure
do
it out and then you implement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's not dissimilar to some of the conversations we've had about struggle, and that life is struggle.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be suffering. That's a choice. Suffering's a choice, but it's going to be hard. That's just the way it is.
It's hard to avoid too.
It is.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, well, where are you gonna be mentally when you're suffering?
Yeah.
It's like, are you gonna dig yourself a hole, or are you just gonna let yourself go through that suffering and continue?
Yeah, or build a ramp while you're suffering to climb out of the hole.
It's like, I'm suffering, but it's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be okay. This is gonna pass.
Yep.
Or it's like, I'm suffering, and oh my God, everything is terrible, and nothing is working. And, it's you can suffer and still be in a positive place.
Yeah, you can suffer with the understanding.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a hope element to it.
Yeah.
There's a creative element. There's also an action element.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. But I love it. I love coming across those problems, solving them. It's funner in woodworking to do than in my own life.
Dude, absolutely.